Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and it's time for the Saturday Game of the Week for May 30th, 1964. Today, from Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I think we always try to pick good games, and today should be no exception. The Pirates have kind of come back down to earth after their 20-2 start. They are 31-11 and feature Vern Law today, looking for his 8th win of the year. He will face the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are 23-20 this year, and Don Drysdale. So that to look forward to. Let's take a quick look at the standings as we go into this last weekend of May. Pirates lead the Giants by 4.5. San Francisco is 26-15. The Reds are 24-17. The Pirates won last night, and they're playing 500 ball again. The Giants have won 2 straight. You will see those two teams, by the way, on Wednesday from Pittsburgh. We'll be right here for the Giants and the Pirates. Cubs somehow have won 6 straight. They're 22-18. The Dodgers are 1, 2, 3. Tied for 6 with the Braves at 23-20, but they've won 6 out of their last 10. If you're wondering about the Mets, don't. 7-37, and losers of 8 straight. In the American League, the Twins won last night. They're 30-12. They're still playing exceptional baseball, but they've only won 4 of their last 10. The Yankees have cut it to 2.5, and the Orioles have won 7 of their last 10, and they're now 6.5 out. So, shapings of a race finally in the American League with the Yankees and Orioles coming to life. So, Vern Law is 7-1 on the year as we return to Pittsburgh on this gorgeous afternoon. 70 degrees, wind blowing at 11 from right to left. Law is 7-1 with a 2.22 ERA on the year. 65 innings, 50 hits allowed. He has allowed 5 homers, walked 8, and struck out 33. And the defense around Vern is Willie Stargell in left, Bill Verdon in center, Roberto Clemente, who is the all-world arm and is also sporting a 19-game hitting streak. Bob Bailey is at third, Dick Schofield is at short, Bill Mazeroski is at second, Don Clendenin at first, and Smokey Burgess behind the plate. Mazeroski should be just embossed into a Gold Glove. He's that good. The lineup this afternoon for the Dodgers: Maury Wills will play short and lead off. Jim Gilliam will bat second and play third. Tommy Davis in center will bat third. Willie Davis, the left fielder, cleans up. Ron Fairley, the first baseman, bats fifth. Frank Howard, the right fielder, bats sixth. Johnny Roseborough, the catcher, bats seventh. Dick Trzaskowski, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Drysdale, as we said, on the hill. So Maury Wills at 285, 1 homer, 19 RBI will lead us off. And he will swing in a ground ball to third. Bailey to Clendenin, 1 out. I always make sure I'm recording these when I say I am. Here's Jim Gilliam, who is at 248, no homers and 10 RBI. Law delivers, and there's a fly ball to left. Stargell in the corner, and he makes the catch for the out. So 2 out for Willie Davis. I hope I got the Davis names right. Willie's at 354, 4 homers and 19 RBI. Someone will tell me if I didn't. Law's pitch. Grounder to third. Bailey comes in over to Clendenin, and that's the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We play 1/2 of 1 inning. There's no score. So we featured Bob Gibson on Wednesday's game, and Gibson just got lit up like a Christmas tree, plunking people and that. And so here's the other kind of badass dude in the National League, Don Drysdale, who was 6-3 with a 2.18 ERA. In 95 innings, he's allowed 68 hits, 6 homers, blocked 24, and struck out 70. He would hit his mother if he had the chance. I just always came across as a very, very good guy. Defensively around Drysdale is Tommy Davis in left, Willie Davis in 9-9 in center, and Frank Howard in right. Average all the way. Jim Gilliam is at third, Maury Wills is at short, Dick Krasuski is at second, Ron Fairley at first. Wills the better of the four defenders. Johnny Roseboro behind the plate, great range, but not all that great of an arm. And here's a lineup that Drysdale will be, that Big D will be facing. Dick Schofield leads it off. Bill Verdon will bat second. Clemente will bat third. Stargell, the left fielder, cleans up. Smokey Burgess bats fifth. Bailey will bat sixth. Clendenin at first will bat seventh. Mazeroski batting eighth, hitting .317. And Verlaw, who threw 14 pitches in the first, will bat ninth. And Drysdale and Law should go as long as they need to go. First inning in Tiger Stadium, the White Sox and Tigers are no score. Pitch to Schofield, who I didn't read the numbers for. Ground ball is short. What a stab by Maury Wills over to Fairley for the out. Schofield is now hitting .347. Here's Verdon at .322, 3 homers and 58 RBI. Drysdale delivers, struck him out. He swung on and missed on a 1-2 pitch. Albert Clemente, who we said has a 19-game hitting streak at .401 on Memorial Day weekend. 4 homers and 23 RBI. Drysdale deals, and that streak goes to 20 right off the bat. That's a single to left. So Clemente takes care of business from the get-go, and it'll bring up Willie Stargell. Willie at .277, 9 homers and 28 RBI. Cleveland and Washington scoreless in the first at District Stadium. Pitch to Stargell. Got him. So 2-2 pitches swung on and missed. So Drysdale strikes out 2, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We've played 1 in Pittsburgh. There's no score. We'll keep an eye on this one at Shea for you, because it will matter for the Pirates. The Giants lead the Mets 1-0. Mets have won 7 games all year. Tommy Davis, Ron Fairley, and Frank Howard here in the second. Davis at .259, 2 homers and 16 RBI. Vernlaw's pitch is a line drive to Schofield, 1 out. Schofield made a nice jump to get it, too. That was a great play. Here's Fairley, Ron at .287, 4 homers and 19 RBI. Pitch to Fairley. There's a line drive to center. Verdon will dive and make a fantastic catch. He had a 55% chance of hauling it in, and he does. Grass stains on the knee and everything. 2 out. For Frank Howard, Hondo at .204, 12 homers, woof, at 26 RBI. Here's the pitch from Law. There's a fly ball to left. Stargell should have it. He does. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1.5, no score. Just in case you're not quite sure on the uniform, the Dodger hats are what they've always been, blue with the interlocking white LA. Across the front of their gray jerseys is Los Angeles in script, underlined, with red numbers. The Pirates, black hats, yellow P, and white uniforms. I believe they were sleeveless with black undershirts. Pirates written in their familiar font, black letters and yellow outline. And here's Burgess, Smokey at .255, a homer, 9 RBI. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to second. Krasuski to Fairley, 1 out. Bob Bailey. Oh yeah, who designed that helmet? That was one large P. Bailey at .311, 4 homers and 22 RBI. Pitch is a grounder to third. Gilliam comes in over to Fairley. Not in time. He beat it out, I believe. Yes, he did. So Bailey hustled right down the line, and Gilliam, who is not the swiftest runner anymore, just couldn't get the throw off. So here's Clendenin. It's a single, of course. Clendenin at .269, 2 homers and 15 RBI. Drysdale's pitch. Grounder is short. It should be 2. Wilson Krasuski for 1. Over to Fairley. That's 2. So Drysdale forgives Gilliam for the for the middle lapse, and that will do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 2, still no score. This being a day game, I'm only seeing 2 scores up on the board. Well, there's 4 games going on. Cleveland and Washington scoreless in the second. All the scores after this inning. Johnny Roseboro, Dick Trzaskowski, and Don Drysdale will face Vern Law here in the third. John is at 270, no homers and 14 RBI. Pitch from Law is a walk. So Roseboro, wow, that's pretty gutsy looking at a 3-2 pitch, but it was inside, and it'll bring up Trzaskowski. Dick is at 265, no homers and 13 RBI. Pitch is strike 3. Full count again on the outside corner, and so there's 1 out for Drysdale, who was at 097 on the year, no homers or RBI. Here's the pitch. Here's a fly ball to left. Stargell in the foul territory makes the catch for the second out. So Dodgers do not have a hit yet. Law does have a walk, and I'll bring up Maury Wills as 0 for 1. Pitch to Wills, and that's up the middle. Schofield, a quick throw to first, and that retires the side. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 2.5, it's the Dodgers nothing, the Pirates nothing. It'll be Mazeroski, Law, and Schofield for Pittsburgh. Bill at 317, 3 homers, and 27 RBI. Here's the pitch. Maz hits a ground ball to first. Fairly to Drysdale, 1 out. Here's Vern Law. Vern can actually hit 273, no homers and 2 RBI. Hit 311 on the real year. Drysdale delivers, and there's a ground ball to third. Gilliam has it this time over to Fairley for the out. That's 2 out. And so as the Pirates start their second time through the lineup, as we tell you, the White Sox lead the Tigers 1-0 in the third. Drysdale has thrown 35 pitches through 2 2/3, 2 hits, and has struck out 2. Dick Schofield, who I did not give the full stats for the first time up, is at 347, a homer and 14 RBI, and that average includes his at bat in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Rounded to second, Trzaskowski to Fairley, and he's now 0 for 2, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Pitcher's duel, kind of like as you would expect with Drysdale and Law. After 3, there's still no score. As the 0 for 1, Junior Gilliam scrolls to the plate to face Law, who has thrown 3 innings, 40 pitches. Walked 1 and struck out 1. We can tell you on the out-of-town scoreboard that the Giants lead the Mets 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Herbal and Fisher pitching for the Mets. It's the Giants' first visit to Shea Stadium. Washington leads Cleveland 1-0 in the bottom of the third, with Edo Ramos for the Indians and Narum for the Sens. Joe Horland and Hank Aguirre pitching at Tiger Stadium. Horland and the White Sox lead at 1-0. Pitch to Gilliam is a ground ball to first. Clendenin flips to Law, covering, 1 out. Brings up Willie Davis. He's 0 for 1. Law delivers, and there's a foul tipped behind the plate. So the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Willie. 2-2 from Law. There goes the no-hitter. That goes all the way down the line and left. Davis has an easy triple. He's going to stand up, and so the Dodgers are in some serious business. Here comes Tommy Davis, who's 0 for 1. No score, top of the 4th. Dodgers and Pirates on the game of the week. Pitch to Tommy. Here's a ground ball up the middle. What a play by Mazeroski. His only play is to first to get Davis. The run will score, but he saved a hit for sure. So Willie Davis scores. The Dodgers go up 1-0. Mazeroski just dove behind the bag at second and just flung it for all he was worth. I told you, He should be embossed in the Gold Glove. Him, Mark Belanger from the Baltimore Orioles, and Brooks Robinson from the Orioles. They're the ones that were pioneered. Well, they didn't pioneer great defense, but they were best known for their gloves. Here's Ron Fairley. Ron is 0 for 1. Pitch from Law. There's a pop-up. Verdon's there for the out, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. 3.5 in the books. It's 1-0 Dodgers. So it'll be Bill Verdon, Roberto Clemente, and Willie Stargell here in the 4th for Pittsburgh. Bill is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of the 2 that Drysdale has on his dance card this afternoon. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball to right. Howard comes in, 1 out. Here's Clemente. He is 68 for 168. That comes out to 405. One for 1 today. Now 1 for 2. Ground ball to Trzaskowski. He throws to Fairley for the out. Against lefties, he hits them over 400. Against righties like Drysdale, it's 316. Here's Stargell. Stargell struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Drysdale is a ground ball to first. Fairley takes it to the bag himself to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 4 from Forbes. 1-0 Dodgers. So Frank Howard, Johnny Roseboro, and Dick Trzaskowski here in the 5th for Los Angeles. Vern Law cruising right along on the wrong side of a 1-0 score. Howard is ready. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, base hit left side. So that's the 2nd hit for the Dodgers. Then I'll bring up Johnny Roseboro, who walked. To Law. Won't do anything about Howard. Here's the pitch. Roseboro swings, and there's the line drive to right. That will get extra bases. Clemente just hoofs it in. He has an arm. Roseboro slides. He's safe. I think Clemente might have been the only arm in 1964 baseball who could have even made that play close. So Roseboro is on with a double. Trzaskowski at the plate. Howard on 3rd. And the Dodgers are in business with nobody out here in the 5th. Law delivers, and there is a line drive to Clemente. Oh no, and he's going to have to dive for it. Tailing away from him, and he makes a tremendous catch. He will not throw home. The runner is advanced. He had a 1% chance of getting out the runner at the plate, Howard. He had a 55% chance of making that, and he's going to do it when he can. So it's 2-0. He saves at least a run with that, and certainly an extra base hit. So here's Drysdale, who's 0 for 1. 1 out here in the 5th. Law delivers, and Drysdale grounds it to 2nd. Mazeroski looks home, but throws to 1st, and Roseboro scores. So it's 3-0 Dodgers. With 2 out. For Wills, who's 0 for 2. 3rd time through the lineup now for Los Angeles. Lost 72 pitches, 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk and a strikeout. Pitch to Morey. Line drive foul, first base side. We'll do it again, 1-2 the count. Giants lead the Mets 4-0. So double bad news for the Pirates. Pitch to Morey. Got him! He tried to bunt and fouled it back. With a 2-strike count, that's not very smart. Dodgers get 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. We're halfway home, and at Forbes Field, it's 3-0 Los Angeles. Don't forget Wednesday night baseball will be right here from Pittsburgh. Giants and Pirates. And I forgot where we're going Saturday. I think it's an American League game. Burgess, Bailey, and Clendenin here for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 5th. Burgess is 0 for 1. Pitch from Drysdale is a grounder to 2nd. Trzaskowski's there. Over to Fairley, 1 out. Brings up Bob Bailey, who's 1 for 1. He's singled. Drysdale delivers. Got him. Strike 3. He watches strike 3 on an inside corner. 2-2 was the count. So that's the third from Big D. Red Sox and Twins underway from Minneapolis area. Bloomington, really. Here's Clendenin. Oh, there's no score in the game. I should finish the thought. Here's Don Clendenin. He's 0 for 1. Pitch from Drysdale. Clendenin puts that one into left center. Back goes Willie Davis, who makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. Davis actually dove and made a fantastic catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 5 at Forbes Field. The Dodgers 3, the Pirates nothing. Goodness, I got distracted there for a second. So it's going to look like nothing, but it's a few minutes later, but you haven't missed any action. It's kind of like a real baseball game. Gilliam is 0 for 2. Law is ready. Nobody out. Just the start of the 6th inning here. Here's the pitch to Gilliam, and there's a fly ball to right center. Verdon should have it. He does. 1 out. That'll bring up Willie Davis. Willie tripled his last time up and scored. 1 for 2. 74 degrees, winds blowing out to right at 13, right into the Clemente and where the grandstands are. Pitch from Law. There's a base hit into right. Thrown in by Clemente real quick. And so Davis is on first, or Willie Davis is on first. And here's Tommy. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. Mets, by the way, have a run. It's 4-1 now, Giants in the 3rd. Throw to first. Willie Davis is back. And that runner goes. It's a pitch out. Burgess throws down, and they don't get him. So it's the steal for Davis. That's 12 for Willie. Runner in scoring position, a 1-0 count. And again, here's Tommy. Pitch to Tommy is ball 4. Well, goes down as a walk, but that's probably not the worst thing in the world. That was what you call an FBO walk, first base open. I'll bring up Ron Fairley 0 for 2. It's always interesting when you do these and you call someone that shares your first name. It feels like you're talking about yourself in the 3rd person. Pitch to Ron. Here's a line drive. Clendenin has it. And Davis gets back. Tommy Davis gets back. 2 out. Oh, the Mets have another run. It's 4-2 in the 4th. So here's Frank Howard, 1 for 2. Has scored and singled. Pitch from Law is popped up left side. Stargell is there for the out. And he makes a fantastic play doing it. Did he dive? He actually had to make a dive to make the catch. So no runs, 1 hit, no error. We played 5.5 here in Pittsburgh. The Dodgers 3, the Pirates nothing. It'll be Mazeroski, Law, and Schofield here for Pittsburgh in the 6th. Maz is 0 for 1. Drysdale, a neat and tidy 57 pitches through 5, but Mazeroski starts the 6th with a single to left center. We got Vern Law playing for the bunt. Law obliges. It'll be Drysdale to first. Krzyzewski covers, and the sacrifice is worked. So if you're scoring at home, and my goodness, why would you? It's 2-4. And so Mazeroski goes to second. Just the start of things at Wrigley, the Braves lead the Cubs 3-0. Schofield is up. He's 0 for 2 through 5 1/3 innings as we start the 3rd time through for the Pirates. Drysdale at 61 pitches, 3 hits, and 3 strikeouts. Pitch to Schofield is up the middle. Krzyzewski has it over to Fairley for the out. So 2 out. Mazeroski moves over to 3rd for Verdon, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Ville, grounder to 2nd. Krzyzewski to Fairley, and that retires the side. The shutout is intact. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 6, it's Los Angeles 3, Pittsburgh nothing. Cardinals lead the Reds 3-0 in the 2nd. Let's go through everything. As everything during the day, I believe, is underway, unless the Angels are hosting a game. The Giants lead the Mets 4-2, top the fifth. Fisher looking for his third one of the year. Jim Ray Hart with his 9th homer for San Francisco. Braves and Cubs, 3-0 Milwaukee in the second. Sadowski and Buell pitching there. Washington leads Cleveland 2-1 the bottom of the sixth. Narum and Ramos going in that game. Hank McGuire is a 2-run advantage as the Tigers lead the White Sox 3-1. St. Louis leads Cleveland in the top of the third 2-0. Ken Boyer with his 9th of the year. Brolio and Ellis going in that one. Brolio looking for his 6th win. And bottom of the second at the Met in Bloomington, the Twins won the Red Sox 0. Camilo Pascual looking for his 5th win. Dave Moorhead pitching for the Sox. I did not mention in the last video, and I was remiss because I knew it before it started, that Eddie Matthews for the Braves in their win Wednesday night hit 3 homers. All right, so it'll be Roseboro, Trzaskowski, and Drysdale here in the 7th. Roseboro doubled his last time up. He has walked and scored as well. Johnny hits a ground ball base hit left side, so the Dodgers are in business here to start the 7th. Trzaskowski up. Dick is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and an RBI. Pitch for Trzaskowski up the middle. That's a single, so Roseboro will hold at second. Trzaskowski at first. And Law starting to labor here as we go into the later part of the game. Here's Drysdale. I suppose, do you play for the bunt? I suppose you do. Drysdale's 0 for 2 with an RBI. Pirates play for the bunt. Nope, it's a ground ball base hit right side. Got past Mazeroski where he would have been. So the bases are loaded, nobody out, and Maury Wills to the plate. And Danny Murtaugh's coming to get Vern Law. 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs on so far. They are all earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. Cannot win it, so he can't pick up his 8th win. He can lose it. Tom Butters. Comes in to pitch. Tom is 2-0 on the year with a 5.27 ERA. 13 innings, 13 hits. A home run, walked 9 and struck out 10. That ERA is concerning. Nobody out for Maury Wills, by the way. 80 pitches, so he could go the rest of the way. Infield playing in on Maury. There's a chopper down to Clendenin. He'll throw home for the out. And so they're still loaded, but there's 1 out now for Junior Gilliam, who's 0 for 3. And so now the Pirates will play a regular defense. They want to turn 2. Trzaskowski on third. Drysdale moves up to second. Wills on first. Butters delivers. And he got him. He got him to swing on a miss on a 1-2 pitch. So a big out for Butters, and now bring up Billy Davis, who is 2 for 3. He has singled, tripled, and scored. 3-0 Dodgers, 2 outs in the 7th, top of the 7th. Butters delivers, and grounder to Mazeroski. He throws to first, and the Pirates get out of it unscathed. Nicely done. No runs on 3 hits and no errors. It's stretch time at Forbes. It's 3-0 Los Angeles. So it'll be Clemente, Stargell, and Burgess to face Drysdale here in the 7th. Clemente is 1 for 2. He now has a 20-game hitting streak. Dodgers have 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. And with their straining the bases loaded in this top of the half of this inning, they've now straightened 6. Pirates, no runs, 2 hits. Clemente has 1, and he'll still have 1 as he flies out to Willie Davis to start the frame. Here's Stargell. Willie is 0 for 2. with a strikeout. There's a fly ball to right. Crowd likes it. Howard in the corner. That's going to grab the wall. Stargell's going to have extra bases. He's going to go into third. He's going home. Was that? That is gone. That left the yard. So thought that was bouncing around out there. No, it was just a legitimate 380-foot bomb to right field. And so the Pirates have cut the lead to 3-1. So here's Burgess as Drysdale digs in on the mound. Burgess is 0 for 2. Pitch to Smokey is a long drive to right center. Back goes Willie Davis. That is going to be off the wall this time. That's extra bases. Burgess at least has 2. He'll hold. No, he's going for 3. The throw into third is not in time. So Burgess has a triple. So a home run and a triple. And I feel for Bob Bailey because you know Drysdale's going to go inside with his first pitch. Bailey, by the way, is 1 for 2 with a strikeout in a single. Here's the pitch. Here's a chopper left side. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Burgess scored. Bailey rounds first and will hold. It's 3-2. So the Pirates making some noise here in the 7th. Off of Don Drysdale. Here's Clendenin. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive to Wills, and that retires. That's the second out. Just retires Clendenin. I caught it. And so did Morey. Here's Mazeroski. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Bailey still on first. Pitcher Butters is on deck. And Mazeroski goes down. He swung on and missed. So Drysdale gets out of it with a strikeout. And boy, does the Dodgers, leaving them loaded in the top half of the inning, loom large now as the Pirates get 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. We've played 7. Butters is back out there. It's Los Angeles 3, Pittsburgh 2. Pitch to Tommy Davis, who's 0 for 2, is pop foul. Bailey moves over third base side, and there's a fan from Susquehanna who has that. Davis has drawn a walk, and it has one of the RBIs tonight. Full count. Pitch from Butters. There's a line drive into right center that's going to drop for a base hit. And so the Dodgers have their 8th hit of the night, or the day. They'll bring up Ron Fairley, who's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Ron. It's a bunt. Burgess to Mazeroski for the out. Did he mean to do that? He did mean to do that. My goodness, a sacrifice bunt. So Davis moves over. Tommy Davis moves to second. Here's Howard. Butters, I think, is going to go after him, as in trying to strike him out. Senators lead the Tribe 4-2 in the 7th. Here's the pitch from Butters, and he walked him. So that's another FBO walk for Roseboro. Johnny is 2 for 2 with a walk. He has singled, doubled, and scored. The Pirates cut it to 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th, but here in the top of the 8th with runners on first and second, the Dodgers are in business again. Butters delivers. Strike 3. He swung on and missed. A 2-2 pitch. 99. So Butters really does deliver. And it's butter. Of course it delivers. Here's Trzaskowski. He's 1 for 2. He singled, driven in a run, and struck out. Pitch from Butters. Got him! He looked at strike 3, just below the belt. The Dodgers strand 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We played 7.5. Tom Butters, Dick Schofield, and Billy Verdon to bat. It's 3-2 Los Angeles. The Mets, by the way, look at that. They now lead San Francisco 6-4. Wow. Pitch to Butters. Drysdale got him. 1-2 pick curveball inside. So that's the 5th strikeout for Drysdale. As the Pirates start their 4th time through the lineup, 7 1/3 innings for Don, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a homer. That was to Stargell. No walks and 5 strikeouts. Here's Dickie Schofield. He is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Drysdale's pitch. There's a ground ball to Trzaskowski at second, over to Fairway, 2 out. It'll be Drysdale, Wills, and Gilliam for Los Angeles in the 9th. Here's Bill Verdon. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Tigers and White Sox tied it at 3 in the 8th. Here's the pitch to Bill. There's a line drive right to Trzaskowski, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 8. It's 3-2 Los Angeles. And so Drysdale at least will be called to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and a single. He's still pitching, and Butters got him. 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. So here's Maury Wills. He's 0 for 4. Clendenin and Bailey play for the bunt. Wills swings away. Schofield comes in on the grass to Clendenin. He's safe. So he beat it out. So he don't think it would have mattered. He'd have been a safe. Butters throws to first, and Wills is back. So they'll let him have the base. Burgess will throw down to Schofield, and he's safe. So that's 13 for Maury, and now the count to Gilliam is 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch from Butters, and Gilliam walks. So Murtaugh's got to be careful here. I see a double steal. Well, yeah, Wills has a 70% chance of swiping third. Willie Davis is 2 for 4, single, triple, and a run scored. Butters deliver, runners go, throw to third, and Wills is out. So they do try the double steal, and they got him. So let's see if how that matters. Willie Davis is, as I said, 2 for 4 and has a 1-strike count to him. Butters delivers, and there's a fly ball to right. Clemente barely has to move, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. The caught stealing the big play. No errors after 8.5. It's 3-2 Los Angeles. And Drysdale, who's coming out to pitch the 9th, will face the heart of the Pittsburgh order. Clemente, who is sitting on a 20-game hitting streak. Stargell, who homered his last time up, and Smokey Burgess. Milwaukee 3-0 over Chicago. After this one is over, or if this game goes extra, we'll get to the complete scoreboard on a Saturday. Pitch to Clemente is a grounder to third. Gilliam to Fairley, 1 out. So white knuckle time here at Forbes Field. Here's Stargell. Willie is 1 for 3. Homered his last time up, his 10th. And now Willie has 29 RBI. Pitch from Don. Here's a fly ball, right center. Back goes Willie Davis to the track. It's gone! Stargell ties the game. He puts one off the lights tower in right center, 413 feet, and we are knotted up at 3. So if you're worried about Smokey Burgess getting one smoked inside before, oh boy. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Gilliam to Fairley for the out. There's 2 out. So here is Bob Bailey, who was 2 for 3. He singled twice and drove in a run. Willie Stargell. Wow. Standing ovation. And he tipped his hat to the crowd when he came back to the first base dugout. Pitch from Drysdale to Bailey is a grounder to third. Free baseball coming. Gilliam to Fairley, and that retires the side. Not before the Pirates time the game on a Willie Stargell home run. After 9, it's 3-3. Well, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Lots of games about to become final, but nothing yet. Mets lead the Giants 4-2. Thomas with a second homer for the Mets. Anderson and Shaw pitching on that one. They're in the top of the 8th. Bottom 5 at Wrigley, 3-0. Braves still. Sadowski and Buell still pitching. Washington 4-2 over Cleveland in the ninth. It's still Narum pitching. Kelly now on for the Tribe. Chicago and Detroit are tied at 3 in the bottom of the ninth. White Wilhelm and Norm Sherry going in that one. And Boyer hit another home run. That's his 10th of the year. The Cardinals lead the Reds 7-3 in the bottom of the fifth. And the Red Sox and Twins are knotted at 1 in the bottom of the sixth. Tillman with a homer for Boston. Still Moorhead and Pasquale. It'll be Tommy Davis, Ron Fairley, and Frank Howard here for the Dodgers in the 10th. Butters will start the inning. He's thrown 3 already. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball to Clendenin. He takes it himself, 1 out. So there are no pitchers of record. Drysdale, in essence, blew his own save. And Law cannot get the loss, so he'll remain 7-1. Fairley is 0 for 3. Pitch to Ron. There's a ground ball or line drive right field. That's a base hit, so Fairley has a single. That's the 10th Dodger hit. 3 runs on 10 hits and no errors. They've stranded 9. The Pirates have 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors, and they've only stranded 3. And what seems to be the modus operandi on his game of the weeks on Saturday, it's an extra inning affair. Here's Frank Howard. He's 1 for 3. He's walked, singled, and scored. Here's the pitch. Got him. He swung on and missed, so that's 5 for Butters. And he got him to swing and miss an 0-2 fastball. Here's Roseboro, 2 out. Roseboro has singled and doubled, scored, walked, and struck out. This will be it for Butters because he would bat 3rd in the 10th. It'll be Clendenin, Mazeroski, and a pinch hitter. Pitch to Roseboro is a line drive left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Fairly rounds second, goes to 3rd. So runners in the corners, 2 out for Trzeski, who has singled 1 for 3, struck out twice. Drove in his 14th run of the year. Pitch from Butters, got him. So Butters strikes out a 6-pack. Trzeski swung on and missed. That was 3 for him today. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Dodgers 3 and 2 more, 9.5 in the books. And we're tied at 3. So as Clendenin steps to the plate, the Giants have cut the Mets lead to 6-5. Clendenin is 0 for 3. Drysdale can technically go on 40 pitches. He would lead off the 11th if the game gets that far. Clendenin strikes out. So that's 6 now for Big D. He watched a 1-2 pitch for strike 3. Here's Mazeroski. Bill is 1 for 3. He is singled and struck out. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to left. Tommy Davis, 2 out. So there's a quick box score for you. What an effort by Butters. 4 innings, 6 strikeouts. And we'll get nothing out of it unless they score with 2 out. White Sox and Tigers join us in the free baseball parade. All right, who can hit righties the best? Why not Manny Mota? He would make a living pitch hitting for the Dodgers. 320 on the year. He does have some power. 3 homers and 6 RBI. Nobody on, 2 out. Pitch from Drysdale is a ground ball to short. Maury Wills over to Fairley, and that retires the side. I wonder if Wills actually and Mota were traded for each other. No runs, no hits, no errors. We will not make any defensive changes. So we go to the 11th, and it will be Los Angeles 3, Pittsburgh 3. So Al McBean, who threw 17 pitches yesterday, now comes in the 11th today, or last night, to try to keep the Dodgers at bay. He is 1-0 with 11 saves, a very efficient 1.64 ERA. 22 innings. Remember when we had him a couple of weeks ago, he had no ERA. 22 innings, 20 hits, a home run. He has walked 4 and struck out 10. Drysdale, if he bats, is 1 for 4. Well, he is 1 for 4 with a single, an RBI, and a strikeout. And he will bat. It's a ground ball right back to McBean, who can't get a glove on it. He knocked it down, but couldn't do anything with it. So it's the first error of the ball game. And that'll bring up Maury Wills, who is 1 for 5. He has singled and struck out. Here's the pitch to Maury. Here's a bunt. Good bunt. Burgess to first. It's a sacrifice. Drysdale moves to second. Here's Junior Gilliam, 1 out, so a single would give the Dodgers the lead. Gilliam is 0 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. McBean delivers, and there's a base hit right center field. Drysdale will hold at third, and so runners on first and third. Drysdale the go-ahead runner, Gilliam a prudential runner, just a great big piece of insurance. And here's Willie Davis. He's 2 for 5. He single, tripled, and scored. Here's the pitch to Willie as a ground ball to short. Schofield will try for 2. Mazeroski for 1. Clendenin, and they turn it. So a double play that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 11th inning here in Pittsburgh. Tied at 3, and it's the top of the lineup for Drysdale as he faces a lineup for the 5th time. In 117 pitches, he's thrown 10 innings, 7 hits, 2 home runs allowed. And by the way, if you're wondering, Stargell would bat 4th in this inning, because he's the one that's powered the 2 off of Drysdale. He has 3 runs all earned, and he has struck out 6. Schofield is 0 for 4. Here's the pitch. Grounder to Trzaskowski, over to Fairley, 1 out. Brings up Bill Burton, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Still hitting .313 on him. Pitch. There's a fly ball to deep right center. Davis has it. No wind out there. It's blowing to right barely. And so the crowd watched that one go off the bat. But it pretty much died in the air. Here's Clemente. He's 1 for 4. Pitch from Drysdale is a fly ball, base hit right field. So Clemente does the smart thing and holds it first. That's a second hit. And here you have kind of the irresistible force against the immovable object in Willie Stargell, who has homered his last 2 times up. He's the reason why we're playing free ball. Drysdale kicks and delivers, and there's a fly ball to right. This one will stay in the yard. Howard has it, and that retires the side. We go to the 12th in Pittsburgh. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We are still knotted up at 3. So for Los Angeles, it's Tommy Davis, Ron Fairley, and Frank Howard. Elston, who wondered why he was traded to Los Angeles. Tommy Davis is 1 for 4. He has walked, singled, and drove in a run. McBean for his second inning of work through 6 pitches in the 11th. Here's, speaking of the pitch, here's a ground ball to Schofield over to Clendenin, and there's 1 out. So Ron Fairley the batter. Ron is 1 for 4. Pitch to Fairley. Line drive, base hit center field. And so that's the first hit that McBean has allowed. That's the second hit, pardon me. 13th hit of the afternoon for the Dodgers. And I'll bring up Frank Howard, who's always a threat to hit a homer. 1 for 4, singled, scored a run, walked, and struck out. Pitch from McBean. Got him. So he looks at an 0-2 pitch for strike 3, and that'll bring up Roseboro. John's had a pretty good day, 3 for 4, 2 singles, a double. Walked, scored, and struck out. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, third base side, base hit. Fairley goes to third. Stargell throws it in. Stargell doesn't have much of an arm, but Fairley wasn't going anyway. 2 outs here in the top of the 12th for Dick Trzaskowski. Don Drysdale on deck, and I wonder if he'll pitch the 12th. Krzyzewski is 1 for 4. He has fanned 3 times and singled. Fairley on third, Roseboro on first. Grounded to Schofield, over to Clendenin, and that retires the side. So we go to the bottom of the 12th inning. Don Drysdale out on the hill. Can you imagine this today? And the amazing thing is, through 11, he's only thrown 125 pitches. Oh my. All right, so Drysdale will pitch the 12th. It'll be Burgess, Bailey, and Clendenin. And here we go. Pitch to Smokey. Got him. So Drysdale got him on a 1-2 pitch. Had 7 strikeouts for Big D. Twins lead the Sox 3-1 in the ninth, or the Red Sox. Bob Bailey, 2 for 4. Single twice, drove in a run and struck out. And there's a ground ball right back to Drysdale, over to Fairley, 2 out. So here's Clendenin. Drysdale's spot, Maury Wills and Jim Gilliam in the 13th, if the game still goes on. Pitch to Clendenin, strike 3, and so the game does go on. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 12. It's Los Angeles 3, Pittsburgh 3. So McBean will pitch a 3rd inning. He is due up 2nd here in the bottom of the 13th, so he'll be done after this. Drysdale, what an effort. Aside from pitching 12 innings, is 1 for 5, single RBI and a strikeout. And yes, the voice is starting to go. This is the 2nd game I've taped tonight. First one to go extra innings. And the Indians don't go 10, they go for a while. And that'll be it for Drysdale. Here's Wally Boone. Wally at 171, a homer and 3 RBI. So Pittsburgh finally gets into that Dodger pen in the 13th. Pitch to Moon, grounder to 3rd. Bailey, Clendenin, 1 out. Sounds like a law firm. Here's Wills. Maury's 1 for 5 with a strikeout. Reached in the 9th, stole 2nd, but was thrown out trying to steal 3rd. Maury, ground ball to Clendenin. Takes it himself, 2 out. Computer's getting a little weary now. Here's Gilliam. Gilliam is 1 for 5. He has singled, struck out, and walked. McBean delivers. Foul tipped. So 2 out, a 1-2 count to Gilliam here in the top of the 13th inning. Nobody on. Gilliam will get on as he lines that one into right. And it's the 15th Dodger hit. They have stranded 14. Willie Davis, the batter. Willie is 2 for 6. He has single, tripled, and scored. McBean's ready. Here's a grounder back to McBean. Over to Clendenin, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 12 and a half in the books. Ron Peronowski coming in. It is Los Angeles 3, Pittsburgh 3. So Mazeroski, a pinch hitter, and Schofield for the Pirates here in the 13th. Maz is 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Peronowski is 4 and 3 in the replay with 1 save. A 4.30 ERA. 23 innings, 26 hits allowed. 2 homers. He has walked 5 and struck out 15. Mazeroski will line this one into center for a base hit. So the Pirates have the winning run on and nobody out. For Jim Pagliarone, who hits lefties at a 315 clip. 299 on the air, a homer and 12 RBI. I didn't do a scoreboard after the game. Well, if this game continues, we'll do another one. Twins lead the Sox 3-1. In the 9th, Pagliarone hits a fly ball left center field. That will drop. Mazeroski holds at 2nd. So the Pirates are in business. Here's Dick Schofield, who has 3 game-winning RBIs this year. He is 0 for 5. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 13th inning. The Pirates have gutted their way back and now can win this thing. with a hit. Schofield strikes out. Set that one up, and he swung on and foul tipped a 2-2 pitch into Johnny Roseborough's glove. Here's Bill Verdon. He's 0 for 5 with a strikeout. He also has 2 game winners this year. Pitch. And he strikes out. So a 1-2 pitch, and he got him. So Peronowski, who was in a world of hurt about 2 minutes ago, is now 1 out away from getting out of this. Clemente, the batter, Roberto, is 2 for 5. He has 7 game-winning RBIs this year. Remember, the Pirates are 31-11. Peronowski delivers, and this game is over. Ground ball to left. Mazeroski will score from second, and the Pirates win it. Clemente comes up the hero, and the Pirates beat the Dodgers 4-3. Stargell is the MVP. 3 hours and 45 minutes to play it. Poor Drysdale. 12 innings, no decision, 8 hits, 3 hit runs, all earned. 2 homers, both to Stargell, which is why Willie is your game MVP. No walks and 8 strikeouts. Peronowski struck out 2, but gave up 3 hits. Clemente's now hitting .405. He went 3 for 6. Vern lost 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 2, struck out 2. Tom Butters, 4 innings. Unbelievable. 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. All right, the recap. Clemente extended his hitting streak to 20 in the first inning. Dodgers led 3-0 at one point. Tommy Davis with an RBI grounder in the fourth to make it 1-0. Dick Trzeski hit a sacrifice fly to make it 2-0. Don Drysdale grounded home a run to make it 3-0. That was all in the fifth. But the Dodgers loaded the bases in the seventh and couldn't score. Pittsburgh took advantage. They got 2. Willie Stargell with a solo just howitzer to right field in the bleachers to make it 3-1. Bob Bailey scored Smokey Burgess to make it 3-2 in the seventh. And then Stargell with a solo shot off the light tower in right center made it 3-3, and the Pirates win it on a Roberto Clemente RBI single in the 13th. Johnny Roseborough went 4 for 5 with a double. Clemente 3 for 6. Stargell, the game MVP, 2 for 5, 2 homers, 2 RBI, and of course he drove himself home twice. Al McBean gets the win. He goes to 2-0, 3 innings, 4 hits, no walks and a strikeout. Ron Peronowski, as we said, goes to 4-4. The 1 earned run, he allowed 3 hits and struck out 2. So the final score, Pittsburgh 4, Los Angeles 3. And we'll have the, as you see, the Giant-Cardinal game, which isn't what the game you just saw. Giants and Pirates will face off Wednesday night here for Wednesday night baseball. That's the next game on the schedule. And since we've already taken enough of your time, let's go through the full day in baseball. The Pirates get no help from the Mets. The Giants storm back to beat New York 7-6. Cubs beat the Braves 4-3. Washington down Cleveland 4-2. White Sox 5-3 over Detroit in 10. Cardinals beat the Reds 7-5. Broglio goes to 6-3. Wonder if they'll regret that trade for Lou Brock. Minnesota 3, Boston 1. Pasquale struck out 11. I saw that. Cubs beat the Braves. So it was a doubleheader. 5-4 in Game 2. Lindy McDaniel with a win. He goes to 3-1. So Houston beat Philadelphia 2-0. Whitey Ford shuts out the Athletics. Yankees 8, Kansas City nothing. 4-7-1. Birds beat the Angels 6-3 at Chavez Ravine. So no changes in the American League. And the game beat Asan 13. Pirates 4, the Dodgers 3. So the standings, the Pirates have a 5-game lead on San Francisco. Minnesota a 2.5-game lead on New York. And so with that, we'll talk to you Wednesday on this replay from Pittsburgh, where the Pirates and Giants will hook up in a big one. I'm Ron Chuckett for Retro Sports Network. Until then, we'll talk to you the next time.